Casio have been in the business of making watches for the last 50 years that they must surely by now know if a model is going to be a strong seller before it even hits the shelves. As a publicly traded company, they're obliged to give a breakdown of their finances, but outside of that, they release very little company information. For instance, they don't release a list of watches sold broken down by model number. As a result, the only way that we can guess that a watch has been a poor seller is by Casio telling us that it has been discontinued. Take for example the W736H, a watch that was well praised for its features, but with looks, shall we say, that takes some getting used to. And now the W736H has been discontinued, but it has returned with a sleeker designed case. It's returned in the form of the W738H, which although is an upgrade in terms of looks, also gets a downgrade in terms of a particular feature. The reason that I'd like to see a list of Casio's best-selling watches broken down by model number is that I have this theory is that most of the watches in this list will be square in shape. The W736H, despite being a good watch, was challenging in the looks department, and so it was never going to find mass market appeal. I'd say that the new W738H's square-shaped case is more attractively styled, and it's therefore more likely to appeal to potential customers. Dimensions have shrunk too. The W736H was nearly 50mm in width, but the W738H measures a more reasonable 47mm in length, 42.8mm in width, and is 13.5mm in depth. Likewise, the weight has also come down. The W738H weighs 43 grams, whereas the other watch weighed 50 grams. First released in May 2026, the W738H is available in 3 different colorways. And here's how it looks on the wrist. First impression that strikes you is how clear and legible the display is. I know that Casio has been pushing its memory in pixel display in its 5600 G-Shock line, but this watch shows that there is still plenty of life left in the standard LCD display. The digits used for the time display are large and bold. Reviewers had been complaining that the digits on some of the newer Casios over the last 2 years appeared to be faint when viewed straight on, but there is no such problem on the W738H. And here's the watch compared against the WS1600, and it will also give you an indication of the size of the watch. The face of the watch is attractively styled. The crystal has a blue border as if it was a nod to the F91, and the orange coloured text also helps with the visual appeal. It does use resin for the case in crystal, as is to be expected for the €45 price point. And there are 4 large plastic buttons for the operation at the sides, and a 5th button solely to operate the backlight at the front. A small design detail is that one of the buttons is textured and coloured differently to the rest. This is so that you can locate the button to operate the vibration alarm by touch. And incidentally, the watch is designed to be worn close to the skin rather than loosely, so that the vibration alarm can be felt. To accommodate that, Casio has added more holes to the strap for a finer adjustment. The strap does feel more durable than, say, the one supplied with the WS1600, but the downside is it does feel a little stiff, and perhaps it would loosen up with use over time. On the reverse of the case is a steel plate with a vertical brushed finishing. It is embossed with a module number, which is 3588, and Casio claims the case is water resistant to 10 bars or 100 meters. The 3588 module inside the case is rich in features. It is powered by a single CR2032 battery, which should last 10 years on average, before a swap is required. The main feature for the module is the vibration alarm, which means a vibration motor has to be built into the module. This does make the watch slightly thicker, but not by much, and is only a millimeter thicker than, say, the AE1200. Let's now take a look at the features for the module. First is the countdown timer, and the maximum duration it can be set for is 24 hours, and the minimum is 1 second. The stopwatch also has a maximum duration of 24 hours, and there is also a 5-second countdown that can be turned on before the stopwatch starts, which some athletes may find useful. Next is the alarm, and the default for the alarm is to beep, so I'll show you how to switch it over into vibration in a second. So before that, we'll move on to the final feature, which is dual time. This lets you set a second time zone, and that is shown in the lower section. Your home time is still visible in the upper section. And now to switch over into vibration mode from the home screen. Hold down the bottom right button for 2 seconds, and the Vib indicator appears on the screen. This also mutes all the button sounds. It's hard to demonstrate the vibration on camera, but when the watch is worn on the wrist, the effect is quite strong. And now here's a demonstration of the backlight, and this is where I believe the watch gets a downgrade from the W736H, because it gets amber coloured LEDs, whereas the W736H had bright white super illuminator LEDs. It stays on for about 1.5 seconds and cannot be adjusted. I don't have the W736H to compare it to, but I do have the TRT110H, which uses the same backlight system. Let me know which one you prefer. I believe that the return of the W736H in its new guise as the W738H will be a success. This model is smaller, slimmer, and better looking in its design. There aren't too many models in Casio's standard range that come with a vibration alarm, and if you choose this one, you can't really go wrong.